got a lot of love and unity. There is love and unity. Ooh, love and unity. There is love and unity.
And just to see my kid
emotional situation. We knew it was gonna be hard doing this story time.
We're back with another EPIC video. I'm Terrence, aka T Weezy, and you got my beautiful queen with me. My queen with me,
Tiana, aka TT.
Alright, babe, let them know what we doing today, baby.
And today we will be doing a mukbang. Also a story time, a very sentimental story time. I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. We're gonna go ahead and do it. So first we're gonna go ahead and show y'all what we got to eat today. Let's go ahead and show them, because it's real hot and steamy.
What we got going on?
Y'all see that thing?
Man. Ooh, I said man, because I ain't know what we're eating, but we eating.
My burger,
Baby.
sorry.
Then what we eating, I'm gonna do it the right way because I need everything. Everything.
Seafood boil, as B Love was saying.
That's what she said?
Yeah, let me clean this thing.
You got it, baby? Alright, man, look.
Just a
So
little
look,
bit.
due to the fact that we eating good, man, our hands might get messy, our face. Everything might get messy, but look, man, bear with us. We gonna eat real good in this real quick what you call it? Mukbang, as my wife would call it.
Or mukbang.
Or mukbang, as the Chinese. What's that? The Chinese people? The
That's
Chinese. Shout out to the Asians, man, because for some reason they got a trend.
But let's start off with grace.
Yeah, what we got going on today? Okay.
Dear Heavenly Gracious Father, please bless this food that we're about to eat. Please let it be nourishing to our body. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Amen. So we eating good, man. So look, the topic of today.
No utensils.
The topic of today, man. Some people out there be wondering, you know, at some point, what happened with me and the kids at some point in time when we got into an accident. So we're gonna briefly let you guys know exactly what we went through and that journey. I really can't say experience because it wasn't no experience that I want anybody to experience. So through that journey that,
and just to mention, not to cut babe off, but this is a very emotional topic. Because like it was literally a nearly fatal accident. Like,
definitely, for sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let babe start off.
Alright, now that babe bless the food we can dip in.
I already didn't dip in. But we're gonna go ahead and eat a little bit first.
Yeah, man, we gotta smash this because the I don't know if you would call it gravy or sauce or whatever wifey got in here. Fire! I said fire! Fire! So look, to start off the
as they would say, yes.
Yes. Touchy. So look, to start off the topic, it was
August 31st, 2016.
October.
I did that in the Snacks and Facts too.
So sorry about that.
August and October is the same to me.
October 31st, 2017. It was Halloween. And what happened was I had an okay day at work. I was actually on my job for actually that day to the time was 2 weeks. I was on my job for 2 weeks. And what happened was when I got off work, wifey was still at work. And when I got off work, I went and got the babies from daycare. You know, they was at daycare. They was ready to go home. I was ready to get them and all that good stuff. And before I went, I had a brief call with my wife, and she was like, "Hey, we need milk." At this time, my son was 11 months?
10 months.
10 months. 10 months. So at this time, my son was 10 months, and she like, "Fat Daddy gonna need some milk." And the thing is about Fat Daddy, that boy don't play about his milk to this day. He do not play about his milk. So she said, "Fat Daddy gonna need some milk." So I'm like, okay. So I knew I had to grab the kids and go to so down the street from where we was, Walmart was our favorite spot that we visited and shopped at and all that good stuff. And when we were going there, the kids be like, "I want this toy, I want this toy." I'm like, "Hold up, man, we gotta make Kroger's our favorite spot because it ain't too many toys." So you know, I went and picked up the kids, and for some reason I was kind of in a rush because I wanted to get the kids and, you know, go to the store and get home, you know, freshen myself up after work and all that good stuff. So I grabbed the kids, went in there. They really didn't have too bad of a day. My son was a little fussy because I wasn't gonna say that, but I knew by his cry he was ready to go home. So I'm like, all right, boom. So we grabbed the kids. So I grabbed the kids. Wife wanted me. I called wifey. Said, "Babe, you know I got the kids. I'm back now." So okay. So I was at the part of me getting the kids. So excuse me. I grabbed the kids, and you know, they, like I said, they didn't have too bad of a day. My son was kind of fussing because he was ready to go home and chill out a little bit. My daughter was very observant. She was just looking like, "Where we going?" I was at home. Well, actually, we wasn't going home. We was going to the Walmart to pick up Fat Daddy some milk. So I grabbed the kid. We get in the car, comfortable and all that good stuff, and you know, lace him up and get ready to go. So hop in the car. We driving down the street that was like actually the street outside of our house. Yeah, it was actually
like
right
the
outside
daycare,
of
our house, and then down the road was Walmart.
Before, so grab the kids, boom, we on that road, and okay, so you the street is going like this, and then you had a street going. If you're turned this way, you had a street like going left stop as well. Yep, a four-way stop. Thanks, babe. So a four-way stop. So as I'm traveling down the road at the light turned yellow right before I get under the light. So the light turned yellow, and I go under the light, and this car tries to beat the light. Boom, and smack me. So like I say, I'm going this way. This car is coming this way, and it turned left. You know, so turn left. I'm going straight to turn left into me. So they considered a T-bone accident is what happened. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to speed limit, driving down the road, and boom, I get an impact on the driver's side of the car. So it's in the middle of the car. So it's on the driver's side. Boom, my daughter is on the side that the impact happened, and obviously I'm on the driver's side driving. So boom, impact, bam. So the car hit me, and I think the speed limit was like 35, 40.
No, more, I think it's like 45.
45, okay, 45.
Maybe even 50 for real.
Yeah, so obviously I don't remember to the fullest extent because we was in this almost tragic accident, and obviously I was kind of worked up. My babies was in the car and all that good stuff. So I'm going straight, boom, get an impact on the driver's side, and it's supposed to the right of me. And when the impact happened, boom, I'm going so fast that I wasn't going over speed. I promise I wasn't speeding. So
but you was going fast at that point because they hit you.
for sure. So I was going the speed limit, and obviously I was trying to beat the light as well. So with them trying to beat the light and turn, boom, I get the impact on the driver's side, and I veer over to the right, which is the pole is on my right side. You got a subway and all that good stuff over there. The pole is on my right side, and smack the pole. Car starts smoking and everything, and obviously this is all that I can remember.
And I'm gonna let Babe go ahead and eat some, and I'm gonna take off from where he left off.
Yeah.
So mind y'all, I'm at work. Babe picking up the kids from school, and to this day, I beat myself up about it because I could have went and got milk when I got off work, but I was pressing him because I'm like,
that food is good.
I asked him to get it before he got the kids, but he decided to get it after he got the kids. And at this time, it was cold outside, so we really don't like let our kids go nowhere. We don't want to be out when it's too cold or too hot or whatever. Like, we really protective of our kids. So when he decided to get the kids, he got the kids, and then he decided to get the milk after the kids, I was upset. Which I know it's not a big deal, but you know, relationships, stuff happen. Like, you get over petty argument. I mean, you get into petty arguments.
She was crying because,
so I'm like,
I had to do that.
I'm like, why are you getting the kids? You haven't got the milk yet. Like, I actually get the milk. Like, it's too cold to be having him out here, taking him in and out the car, you know, stuff like that. So when the last conversation we had, I hung up on him because of, because of that.
Butthole.
Which is not that serious. So the next phone call I get is from a random person that I do not know. And she's like, oh, my name is such and such. I'm here with your husband and your kids, and you know, they're in an accident. Your son is unconscious. Your son is unconscious. And I'm like, mind y'all, I just hung up on him. Like, getting an attitude for no reason. Just hung up on him. And I have this random person on my phone calling me from my husband's phone. And, you know, so she's just telling me everything that's going on. Like, my name is such and such. I'm here with your family. Your son is unconscious. The ambulance I put up. She's like, oh, they're here now. She's going off on the ambulance. Like, oh, you need to do CPR on him. Like, he needs immediate attention. This and that. So then my husband gets on the phone and he's like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like, telling me what happened. Like, this happened, da da da. So mind y'all, I work all the way, like, probably like from where we live at, probably like 15 minutes, right? So at my job where I was currently working at, I still work there now, but now I work from home. But I had, usually when I go to work, I have, if I get there late, I have to park far. But on my lunchtime, I will move my car closer. But this day only, like no day other than that,
it was weird.
I literally always move my car closer. This day I didn't move my car because I think I had packed my lunch or something, so I didn't like leave to get lunch or anything like that. So when they called me, I was on the phone with a customer. I'm like, sorry, it's an emergency. Please hang up and call back the 800 number. So I hang up with the customer, hang my phone up, everything. I go to my car. It took me 8 minutes to walk to my car.
8 minutes.
Mind y'all, this is like 4 o'clock. I didn't get off till 7:30.
She knew the time.
There was no traffic.
Zero.
It don't matter where you live at. If you rush hour traffic is gonna be between 4 to 6 o'clock, regardless. This was like 4:30.
Man,
then I get this phone call. So it took me 8 minutes to get to my car. Mind y'all, me and my 3 best friends, we weren't like really, you know, talking at the time. And one of my best friends seen the accident. Like, she's seen the accident. Seen the kids, blood, all that. Like, she's seen everything.
So look. Sorry, baby, cut you off. So like I say, you got the impact and you got me going straight. And it's a pole, like I said, a subway to the right of me. So when the car hit me, I'm going so fast that after the impact, like all I know is I smashed my brakes, and as I'm smashing my brakes and the car hit me over to the right, I smacked the pole. Car starts smoking and everything, and all I know is Oh yeah, not even to mention all the airbags deployed and everything like that. So all I know is I got this tunnel vision, and I get out the car, and so boom, I snatch out the car, and I'm like, I gotta get my babies. Boom, so I snatch the back door open, and everybody is trying to figure out how the door even opened. The door is smashing and everything. All the pictures and everything will be at the end of the video, but the door is smashed open. So I snatched the door, and you got my son on the driver's side in the back of me, in the back seat, and he's literally like slumped over. Like, I'm talking about something that I never thought I would ever see or experience in my life. So I boom, snatch the door open, I snatch him out the car, I got him in my right arm, I go to the other side. My daughter is in the back seat on the passenger side, and she's crying. So I'm like, baby daddy coming or whatever. So I grab her, boom, I snatch the door and I grab her or whatever, and all this blood is dripping from her head. And you know, I'm in my head like Lord, like, I don't know what I might have did, but like I can't ask you enough to just, you know, stick with me around these times, because like I said, my wife went with me. I call her, talk to her, and you know, she devastated. So I'm trying to keep her calm at the same time on the phone with her friend. But so I boom, open the door, snatch my daughter out the car. So my first reflex, boom, snatch both of my babies out the car. Boom. So I got Fat Dad in my arm, I got Butt in my arm, she's bleeding on my arm, and all I know is my son, my daughter's crying, so I know I'm not gonna say okay, but I know she's somewhat alert because she's crying, and you know.
But he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. My son wasn't crying at all, and I'm in my head wondering like, what the hell is going on? And we get this mysterious person out of nowhere, and we'll tell y'all before the session, and I don't know where she came from or none of that, but I feel like God sent me an angel. So what happened was, she like, give me your son. So I'm looking like, give you my son. So I gave her Fat Daddy, and you know, obviously I prayed real quick in my mind, like, Lord, you know, whatever this lady do to my son, just bless her hands. So she got him on the ground. I got my daughter in my hands. She's bleeding on me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck is going on? And this can't be real. So she got Fat Daddy, and Butt is in my hand. At this time, the ambulance, the police, and everybody's on the way, and she got him on the floor. And I'm looking, she got him on the ground rather, and I'm looking like, man, my son don't look like he breathing. You know what I'm saying? He just don't look like he breathing. So she's crying, she's praying for him, she's giving him CPR, all that good stuff. The ambulance get there, and all I know is they pull up, snatch my son up, and say he gotta go by himself. At this time, I'm really devastated, like, what the heck is going on? And, babe, was you on the way to the scene?
Yeah, so, as I was saying, me and my 3 best friends, like, we wasn't talking at the time. And my best friend, Victoria, we were best friends since, like, kindergarten. And she seen it. Like, she was driving back past, and she seen Terrence pulling the kids to the car. Like, when she was driving past, she seen like the aftermath. So she didn't have my number at the time because I had got my number changed, and she called Asia, which is my other best friend, and Asia got in touch with me and was like, you know, like telling her everything that Victoria said. So I ended up calling Victoria, and she was just basically letting me know everything that was going on. She stayed with Terrence and the kids, and
it was so
at
weird
this time,
that we all seen the accident.
Yes, not to mention not only Victoria, but my brother Terrell drives drives the public transit, right? He was on the bus at the stop right there, and he seen Terrence, but he, like, after the fact, he was like, I didn't know if it was him, but now that you say this, and that. But he said that he wanted to get out and help, but he had a bus full of people and he couldn't stop, you know, he couldn't stop his job.
I heard that. Oh my goodness.
It was just crazy. Like when I tell y'all God had my family covered, like I would literally be here by myself right now if it went any other way. I'm talking about both of my kids and my husband. And then the fact that I went off on Terrence and was just going nuts about it, about him getting milk, when I could have just went and got it before I got off. They could have just went straight home. And the crazy part is, it's the daycare, our house, and then Walmart. So that means that he had to pass our house to get to Walmart. And as soon as you pass our house, like literally maybe 20 feet is the red light that it happened at. So it's just like, I blame myself for that for a long time, and it still gets to me to this day. Like it's just really crazy. So anyway, I talked to my best friend. She told me that she was still with the kids. I called Terrence's mom first. And I told her what was going on because I know she was the furthest. So it would have took her a minute to get to where we were at. So I called her. She just praying, going crazy. And I called my mom. My mom had just got off work.
Ooh.
And my mom had got there. And she was going crazy. Like rushing things. Like my mom almost got arrested. So like it was so crazy.
Baby, not to cut you off. Look. So like I say, Terrence, the ambulance came. The ambulance grabbed Terrence quick, which is Fat Daddy. Grabbed him quick. And obviously I'm in my head like, Lord, just, you know, not today. You know what I'm saying? So they grabbed him and said he got to go by himself. So obviously we still at the scene, and the car is in no condition to do anything. So, so once they grabbed him, the ambulance get there, and they put my daughter in the ambulance, and they say, you know, sir, come with her. And I get on the ambulance, and all I know, they wrapping her head up, you know, taking her blood pressure, feeling her pulse, making sure everything is good. She's still crying, so I feel like she, you know, she's okay, yeah. But obviously she's still hurt. So so we get on the ambulance, and my wife's mom, my mother-in-law, she walked with her. She, what, my grandkids, my this, my that. So obviously she's devastated. She's going off because, you know, she see the car. Everything's crazy right now.
In the blood.
My son is already on the, you know, getting rushed to the hospital and all that good stuff. She see the blood, so she's going crazy. What the heck is wrong with my granddaughter? Son, I'm like, Mom, listen, just let them figure it out. I don't know right now what's going on. All I know is, you know, somewhat of what happened, but I want to get the babies all right. I want to get the babies in medical care as well. So, you know, she on there going on. They like, man, we'll take you to jail. And da, 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 da. But anyway, I'm like, you know, obviously there's no reason to try to what they call it, apprehend her. It's no reason to apprehend her. She's concerned, yeah, detained, all that good stuff, whatever the case may be. But there's no reason to even bother her. She, you know, she's, you know, feeling some type of way about what happened, and the accident is looking beyond devastating. So, you know, she's reacting with her feelings. So they didn't, you know, do anything to her. They understood exactly what we were saying. They was just like, meet us at the hospital. So me and my daughter is riding in the ambulance, and I'm praying for her. I'm praying for my son. Like I say, I don't see my son. He was by himself. I don't see my son. My wife, I hadn't talked to her. She had a friend that, you know, was at, literally, she had a friend that was at the scene, that seen the accident. Her brother rode past the accident. We had a nurse that
came out of nowhere.
Nobody
like, let me tell y'all about this nurse, right?
Yeah, tell them about the nurse, man.
Like, we're just going to fast forward a little bit. The lady that called me was the nurse. So Fat Dad was unconscious in at the accident. So he was unconscious. Give us 1 second.
I was actually Fat Daddy crying anyway.
So Fat Dad was unconscious, y'all. At the time of the accident, come to find out, he had a seizure and he was unconscious. So when Terrence put him out the car and he wasn't crying like Talea, this lady randomly jumped out the car, which was the lady that called me on my job, on my cell phone, but I was at work. She was nowhere to be found. Like when I tell y'all, we were so grateful for her, because if she would have performed CPR on him, he wouldn't be here today. Like literally, he wouldn't, because he wasn't breathing. It was very, very faint, like the bare minimum. So the area in which it was, she was a nurse, mind y'all. She had on the nurse outfit, all that. So we called all the nearby hospitals, all the nearby doctor's offices. We went to the child care center that was right across the street, all that. We could not find this lady, like at all.
Yeah.
So after a while, our grandparents, our parents just told us, like, just stop looking. Like, this was literally, I get emotional talking about it. Like, it was literally an angel.
Yeah.
Like, literally
an
angel.
Go ahead.
So I'm just so grateful to this day. Like, we had our parents, our loved ones make posts on Instagram, Facebook, all social media insights. Like, this is a situation that happened. Yeah. This lady did this, this lady did that. We're trying to find her so we can bless her like she blessed us. Like, and there was no response. So we just took it as an angel. Yeah,
it was no response at all. But to pick up where I left off and where my wife picked up at, like I say, I'm on the way to the hospital with Talaya, and we get to the hospital, and you know they obviously take Talaya into medical care. And did they tell us how Fat Dad was doing? I think well no. So look, they didn't give us no info how Fat Daddy was doing. So literally they put Talaya in the bed. We're all in the hallway, mind you. The whole family in the hallway trying to figure out what the heck going on. My wife is there.
I got there and y'all was sent out the ambulance.
Yeah, her mom, everybody's there. And you know, they put her in the bed, and I start feeling this pain. Like mind you, I wasn't feeling anything. I got my babies out the car. They trying to figure out how the heck it happened, because all the doors were smashed in and all that good stuff. The car was smoking, all the airbags deployed. They're trying to figure out how I even opened the door. So using my brute strength, I got the kids out the car. So like I say, Talaya's in medical care, and I just start feeling this consistent pain in my chest, really like up in this area. And obviously they put me in a wheelchair. They like, hey, we're gonna take him over to the hospital and check him out. As soon as I get to the hospital, they take me straight to trauma. So I'm thinking in my head, like, not thinking I'm okay, but thinking like, what the heck is going on? And you know, thinking about my kids as well, thinking about my wife. Like, you know, I wish I was there with them. They say my adrenaline was rushing.
Cause he didn't feel nothing until he left the kids.
I didn't feel anything. So boom. So they take me to trauma, put me on the table, cut all my clothes off. I'm like, man, that my white tee, that my this, that my that. So they slice all my clothes off, and you know they run the X-rays, take all the pictures they gotta take, do all the filling they gotta do. And when I got in the room, they say my sternum was broke, which is, you know, the middle chest bone. My chest plate is what they call it. My sternum was broke. So they like, sir, we don't know how you did all that you did, but your sternum is broke. So I'm thinking in my head like, damn, how the heck did, you know, I get my kids out the car, pick them up, do this and do that, make it to the hospital, and still was, you know, somewhat okay. And they like, you know, I mean, they didn't even have to say. I knew at that point God was like with me and my family for sure. It was definitely, God was with me and my family for sure. And when they put me on the table and, you know, get all the pictures and stuff and tell me my sternum was broke, they say, you know, you're obviously definitely getting admitted. And they gave me all this pain man. All the pain man.
And your hand was broke.
Yeah, and my hand. Dang, I didn't even say nothing about that. Was it
from him pulling up, open that door like that?
My right hand was broke, which is my strong hand. My hand was broke. They, you know, cast that up and all that good stuff. Let me know about my chest. Admitted me indefinitely for sure. Not indefinitely, but a few days for sure. What was all in the me?
Indefinitely, like he wasn't leaving.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't leaving at all.
So from that point,
hold on, me, Fat Dad, and Bubba got admitted.
Yeah.
All of us got admitted.
Yeah, so, okay, I talked to my best friend. and called my mom. She went up there across the scene. Terrence's mom basically got there the same time I did, and she was coming all the way from the other side of town. And when I got to the hospital, Jay was getting out the ambulance. Talia's head was wrapped up. Fat Dad was still like mute, like he was looking, but he wasn't saying nothing.
Exactly.
And my son, like from the time he came out the womb, always had something to say, whether he was crying, laughing, trying to talk, or whatever. So at this point, I'm like, okay, y'all gotta understand, this is my whole family, both of my kids and my husband. So at this point, it's like a movie, y'all. Like when I tell y'all, Talia was like in 3, Fat Dad was in 4, they had Terrence in 5. Because he wasn't trying to leave the hospital, and we was at Children's Hospital at this time. He wasn't trying to leave, and it was like, sir, like, because he was like about to be unconscious. Because he like, after they took the kids off of him, he like, like, well, he was with Talia. So I went and seen him. I'm like in all 3 rooms, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5.
Constant pain. Constant.
So y'all, I'm literally like, if his mom wasn't there and my mom wasn't there, like I don't know what I would have did, y'all. Like when I tell y'all, this was the hardest time of my life. So they take him to the nearby hospital, you know, adult hospital, not just for kids. And both of my kids are admitted to the Children's Hospital. So this went on for about, I want to say like up to a week. I'm going back and forth because Talia, Bubba, and Fat Dad was on 2 different floors. So if my mother-in-law and my mom wasn't there, I would not have been able to do it. And mind y'all, Fat Dad wasn't, he still wasn't like trying to talk. He wasn't like, he wasn't sitting up on
We
his
had
own.
to teach him everything over.
He had to go to therapy. He had to learn everything all over, like me.
Mind you, he had just had like start trying to walk and stuff like that. Right before
standing
the
up on his
accident.
own, everything. My mom and my mother-in-law, literally no sleep. All of us, day in and day out, taking turns going floor to floor from Talia and Terrence, not sleeping, because Fat Dad didn't want to sleep. He was just, you know, he wanted to be held, he wanted to be revved, he wasn't saying nothing. They started music therapy. People was coming in with pianos, coming in with violins, coming in with guitars, everything, like just trying to get a reaction out of him. He wasn't going like, so we had to continue doing therapy with him. And I was going back and forth to the hospital, seeing about Terrence. And mind y'all, he wasn't the only one that just started his job. We both started our job in 2016. Time, I started in June. He started in October. And I had to literally call his boss, and like I was in tears on her voicemail, like, listen, you know, letting her know what's going on. Like, he left his job. He been waiting for this job, like, you know, all that. And do y'all not know, she came to the hospital and sat with him, brought him food.
Gave me food. Gave me food. She obviously blessed me with a whole lot of other things. Mind you, my dad lived 8 to 9 hours away driving. Obviously, an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes on a plane. And he was here.
He brought his whole family, his wife and his kids.
After it happened, bought the whole family. His, you know, my stepmom, my brothers and my sisters, brought them all out. And he was at the hospital in no time. Like it literally, like everything literally was like my wife said, was like a movie.
It was a movie.
And not to mention, you know what I'm saying, like my wife said, you know, my son trying to what they were trying to do, get him laugh, get a reaction from him, whatever they were doing. Like I'm at the hospital, literally, just literally thinking in my head, like Lord, whatever you do out of this, just let me know, you know, give me some type of umph that my son is okay. And you know, I'm talking to my wife. She like, he's okay. You know, he just not talking right now. I'm not really moving around right now. And it wasn't obviously just about my son. I knew my daughter was somewhat okay because she was already crying, moving around and stuff like that. She just needed
she had stitches on her head. I think she had like 17 stitches.
Yeah, something. Oh my God,
inside and out.
And like I said, you'll see obviously all the pictures and stuff after this video is over. But you know, just really thinking about my son, my daughter and my wife, as I'm in the hospital, was really making me hurt more. So they like, you know, they wanted to give me something, not really to take my mind off the incident, but you know, you need to be comfortable.
Like anxiety.
And, you know, anxiety. Yeah, that's the perfect word for anxiety. Gave me something for anxiety. Gave me something to kind of chill out. But, you know, talking to my wife as days go by, my son getting okay, my daughter getting okay. Mind you, we're all separated. You know what I'm saying? We're all separated. We're in a household that we've been together
Forever.
every day, literally, you know, since we all been together. Like, no one knew anything different than us always been in the same household, been together, sleeping together, you know, going, you know, praying together, staying together, all that good stuff. So I'm in the hospital really losing my mind. And you know, my like I said, my dad come up there and give me a little peace of mind. The meds, I guess, give me peace of mind. My boss coming into the hospital, giving me lunch, all that good stuff, giving me a peace of mind and let me know that, I guess more so, that my job was secure. That they like, you know, she like, you don't have to worry about your job. Everything is good with that. You get better. Worry about that.
God is so good.
God is tremendously
I've
good.
always
For sure.
believed in God. Always.
Sure.
Because not only because that's what our parents and grandparents taught us, but that situation right there,
It was deep.
like what?
It was so deep.
God was like right there the entire time. Like
so
we're
deep.
still at the same jobs to this day.
For sure. And once the hospital released me, my son and my daughter was still in the hospital, so I go straight up there with them. I'm in a wheelchair, mind you. I got a cast, an arm brace and stuff for my arm, and you know, my chest hurt and all that good stuff. So I shoot right up there to see my kids as soon as I get released. Fat Daddy, chill out. As soon as I get released, and just to see my kid.
Emotional situation. We knew it was gonna be hard doing this story time.
But anyway, just to see my kids, it was like, I don't know, it was like a star in the sky. Anyway, just to know my babies was okay was the main thing I was praying for, and you know, just God bringing that to fruition was really a blessing. And that's why me, my wife, and my kids really don't take anything for granted, man. It's almost like you could be here one day and go on the next, and we see a lot of people just living life for the day, man. And it's almost like you literally have to be grateful for every moment you experience in your life, because it's just no telling. Fat Daddy, chill out. It's just really no telling. So my kids today, you know, to let you guys know, is super healthy.
Y'all
actually was just at the doctor's appointment, a couple days ago. You know, everything was good. Everything was good. You know, everything was good. My son had to get a couple shots.
He's been back on the track since he was about like what? I probably give it like 6 months after the accident.
For sure. Yeah, he did good. He definitely did good.
He started sitting up again, walking and talking.
My wife couldn't have said it as like any better, for sure. It was definitely like a movie. Like literally every step of the way it would happen was like, what's next? What's next? What's next? So.
And I also want to shout out my cousin Morgan. Like when I tell y'all, she bought us groceries. Like we were stocked up on everything. Like she did not play, like taking care of her own daughter, her kids, and then making sure we was good, because she knew that, you know, I really couldn't do much. I couldn't go to the store. I couldn't do none of that. We had family coming in town. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, prepare the house or nothing. Whew.
It was crazy, but it was definitely a life experience. And
then I be trying to tell babe, because like even though I wasn't in the accident, I have been in one crazy accident. It wasn't that bad, but it scared me enough, and it makes me have anxiety in the car now, and I really be scared. Like, I be having anxiety, like, and babe, you know, so he still be driving crazy.
Man, when I'm in the car with this girl, I'm talking about, if the speed limit 30, I need to go 15. So crazy, man.
No.
She be going crazy.
We ain't going through no yellow lights no more.
No.
Right now. Even though it wasn't
Zero.
his fault.
Still gotta be careful.
People don't be paying attention. Like, literally, it was, I mean, they got cited. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely got cited, definitely got paid good. But still, that wasn't really, I mean, after everything all played out, the kids good, everybody good, it was a good incentive, but at the end of the day, you know, it couldn't have brought either one of us back if something would have happened. So, you know, obviously God blesses with the incentive as well, but man, I say to this day, I try to say every day if I don't, man, God is so good, because if it wasn't for him, man, we wouldn't even be here even talking about this video, and my wife probably would be somewhere skinty,
Gone.
gone, losing her mind, if it wasn't for, you know, obviously God stepping in and, you know, taking over. And like my wife said, going back on what she said about, you know, the nurse and us not even knowing who she was and her.
Like, they could barely walk. And we going out looking for this lady.
Oh, it was different.
I said, babe,
It was different.
we would have supported the house.
People don't even know. Like, if I would have seen that lady, we would have gave her $5,000.
Literally, like,
Yeah, we would have gave her.
and she probably wouldn't even have took it, but like, she literally saved our son's life. And the fact that
still can't find her to this day.
Nobody at no hospital, no doctor's office in the area knew who he was. But you have to, like, it was just,
Yeah, it was deep. It was definitely deep, but
like, she has to be an angel. Like, we know she was an angel. I'm sorry.
at the end, yeah, definitely. She definitely had to be an angel. Man, look, no, for real. Going back to that, like, me and my wife looking for this lady, it was like almost like the really police and the feds looking for their man and whoever committed the crime. Because, like, we went to a few different places. She pushing me
posters and stuff
in the wheelchair. She holding me up, trying to walk and all that good stuff. I'm hurt. My kids, was they still in the hospital?
No, they was at home.
Yeah. So they were at home at this point.
With
but
dad.
their grandmothers, my dad, their grandparents, my dad at the house keeping them and stuff like that. And we're just literally trying to find this lady because she don't know how much of a blessing she was to our journey right now, for sure. But all I want to say is this fool was sleeping. It was sleeping.
And God is real.
Yes, Sirski.
So we wanted to do a little mukbang and a story time. That story time right there.
Yeah,
We used to talk about it all the time,
Man,
and now that it's
definitely.
2020, like, we might say stuff here and there, but we really haven't like spoke much on it.
Yeah.
So it
I
was,
think about it all
good
the
to,
time.
yeah. Especially when I look at the kids, like if they do something, and I be ready to, you know what I'm saying?
Man, if my daughter was what we'd show you, she still got the mark on her head from the 17 stitches she got. But it
I just
haven't.
always think like, dang, I could have really not had my
It haven't
family.
affected them long term at all.
Right.
Haven't affected them long term.
Like, it's not
my wife is.
her
I
friends
mean, I
at
said my
school.
wife. My daughter is still one of the smartest kids in her class. For sure. My son, he's a headache, but he's still one of the smartest kids in his class as well. So, man, if anybody asking out there, there is a God. Hallelujah. There is a God, for sure. And with God, all things are possible.
Yes.
Baby, you want to close out the video?
Yes, we're going to close it out right now. I just wanted to say that
What you about
even
to say?
though it hasn't affected them long term, like, since Talia still has a scar on her head, her friends will ask her, like, oh, what happened? She's like, oh, I got into an accident. But she don't really, like, you know, remember what happened.
She know because obviously we tell her, but she really don't remember what happened or whatever the case may be. But you know, she good. Other than that, she good. Definitely, my son, he good, and he the person that he's the one that, you know, really we was looking at what the heck gonna happen with him. But he, you know, he good. He's bad as hell. And I can't say bad, but he, you know, he'll get on your nerves.
He's a boy,
for sure.
that's it.
Yeah, he's a boy. He hit his head, knock his head, and all that good stuff, and get up and start running again, laughing and all that good stuff. So God is definitely good. My food is almost gone. I got like 2 more corns of this, so I'm gonna slap on that.
You
baby.
got some thing.
Baby, you ain't even eat none of your corn.
I did.
You ain't even eat none of your corn, baby.
Yes, I'm gonna say
This stuff is slapping.
I got like 2 clusters, 3 corns, and some potatoes. But we're gonna go ahead and close out this video. We appreciate everybody that's watching. Make sure you like,
fat thumbs
comment,
up.
subscribe.
Definitely.
Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And we hope that you enjoyed our first mukbang and our first story time. And until next time, we love y'all.
Viewer discretion is advised.